Hi, this is Jordan from Dark Victory, and we're going to be talking about helmets today. Helmets. Right now, the helmet that Dark Victory has is this open face bassinet. It comes in stainless or mild steel. Pivoting visor. Very head-shaped kind of helm. Really nice helm. Real step up. And we're happy to be able to offer them. You got to think about how you're going to actually put this on your head. So you're going to need to pad it and secure this pivoting visor and come up with a chin strap. Now, it's kind of hard to know exactly how to pad your head without seeing your head in this helm. But I'm going to give you some general purpose advice, and hopefully they will be useful for you in getting yourself safely padded up. Think about your head. There are certain places on your head that are kind of useful to pad against. You might call them hard points. Points that you can put quite a bit of pressure on without having to feel great discomfort. Some of those areas are the forehead. You can put some pressure on your forehead. It's a very strong bone there. Your cheekbones, your chin, you can support quite a bit of pressure on your chin. And a broad pressure in the back of your head. You don't really want to be cramming your head into any helm. When you're fighting, you want to be comfortable. So there are some compromises between safety and protection sometimes. We think closed cell foam is ideal for a lot of standard sport grade padding for helms. Some people add additional features that help in that. You don't really want to coat the entire inside of the helm with closed cell foam and have very little give, because putting your head in that could be difficult. A trick that I found, it kind of depends on whether or not there's room inside your helm, is to use the pipe insulation that you'd see on 1/2-inch pipe or smaller. You can take that and you can glue it using a spray adhesive, following the directions for permanent adhesion, to the inside of the helm, from the crown of the helm up at the top down. So you're doing vertical strips. You might not use the whole hose. Quite possible that you wouldn't. Maybe you'd use half of it. You split it down the middle with a razor. You glue in half. This gives you the combination of the protection of the closed cell foam and also that air space, because there's a gap in the middle, because it's wrapped around a pipe. It's kind of like a tube. And that tube, when it gets hit, compresses. Even if you had half a tube, when it gets hit, it's going to compress. And that's good. Also, when you slide your head into it, it's going to compress. And that's also good, because you don't want it to be super duper tight. That'd be rough. Also, the reason I say vertical strips is because when the helm's on your head, you want to prevent it from rotating on your head, because that could be awkward. And you want to have the grill facing towards your face. Other considerations. You got to figure out where to put it vertically. So, I'm going to put this helm on my head. I guess I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to have a friend help me, and I'm going to decide where it's going to lie. Now, this is right now with my head all the way deep in it. I'm going to pick a hole that I want to be comfortable in, that I'd be comfortable looking through while I'm fighting, and also providing sufficient coverage. And you know, this is a bit of a balancing act. This is not like a precise science. You use your best judgment. You figure out which ones. Now, I like this one myself. I feel like I'd have a lot of good visibility there. So I aim at padding my helm with my eyes at this level, and obviously centered. So you're going to have to pick that. Sometimes you might need fill space up in the top. A set of concentric, larger and larger rings or discs are good for filling the point of this if you need to. With the strips, you might be able to get away with it without doing that. Just using regular closed cell foam insulation in strips works pretty well. Leaving air gaps that lets some air circulate around your noggin. Not a bad concept. Okay, that's some basics on padding. It's almost more of an art than a science, and feel free to experiment plenty, but whatever you do, make sure you glue that padding in. Don't just tape it in. When somebody hits your helm, it's going to help suppress the ringing of this, and you don't want a helm ringing on your head. Okay, other things you have to do. A chin strap. I'm going to show you the quickest chin strap ever, and it's the one that we call our quick and dirty chin strap. We sell it on the website for about $3, or you can make it at home. Either way, it's no big deal. Okay, 2 of these. This is a 6 or 8, probably 6 ounce leather, about 5 inches long with a hole here and a hole there. Make 2 of them. If you don't know what 6 ounce leather is, think a nickel, about a nickel thick. Okay, so 2 of these, and then you have them attached. You know, just put a lace through it, about a yard. A yard's about reaching to the end of your hand, about a yard. Now, here's the cool magic. You don't just run another lace the same way you did the first one. You run one lace in, you take the other leather piece, and you rotate it 180 degrees, and then you run the lace through that. You basically, it's made a half turn. And it looks, well, like that, if that makes any sense. When we put, it's surprisingly simple, but you put your chin on that, and it forms a really neat, easy pocket. That's great, perfect. For holding it comfortably, you can wear that all day and feel really good about that. That is the leather and lace version, easy to make. There are other varieties as well. We can talk about that. I'll probably even show you one. Okay, you got to figure out where this chin strap is going to be coming out of your helm. You have to pad your helm first. That's going to tell you where the helm is sitting on your head. So now the helm is sitting on your head. Now, if you have a friend, or do it yourself, you point at your eardrums as best as you can make out when that helm is being worn. You point at your eardrums, so you're going to have the helm on. You're going to point right where your ears are. And then your friend is going to mark those places. And then you're going to, the place you're actually going to drill the holes for the strap. And this could work for another chin strap too, for the H variety chin strap. It's going to be 1 inch up and 1 inch back from your ear canals. The reason you're doing that is when you're wearing a chin strap, the idea with an open-faced helm, the idea is you want to pull yourself up and back into the helm, and you're going to push against your chin in order to accomplish that. So 1 inch up, 1 inch back, drill the holes there. Drilling stainless is not easy, but go slow, use a lubricant on the steel, and you'll be fine. Okay, so let's see, that's padding. Oh right, we have to secure this thing. Now, let's say we've done one of these leather and lace steels, and we have it popping out here. Well, so it's here, and it's now coming out above and behind our ears. And we have these two laces here. We can do something with them if we wanted to. Maybe we could even use them to somehow secure the bar grill, so that the face grill is going to be secured at the same time. Might be a concept. Maybe over here, emerges here, goes around the back, and you lace it through here, and you tie it in the back, tie it at the front, wherever it's convenient. Keeps this down at the same time as it keeps your chin strap on. When you're taking off your helm, maybe you want this to be able to come open. Get yourself out of that a little easier. Might be a concept. Anyway, that's one notion. Another notion would be attaching a leather strap if you wanted to, up here somewhere. Around the back, buckle on the back. There are these cool studs here. You could take some of the 550 cord that comes along with your set, lock these right on, keep it closed permanently. You could weld it if you wanted to. You could put a bolt in there so it never opens up. All sorts of options. Some concepts. All right, let me show you something absolutely beautiful. One of my customers took one of our stainless bassinets and did wonderful, wonderful stuff to it. And here it is. And I just wanted to show you what the potential of this helm is if you want to invest some time and energy and love and skill into this. Around the perimeter, you can see that there's this leather piece that's extremely well tooled and tinted. Just absolutely beautiful work. This is intended to hold on chainmail, and indeed around the perimeter you can see that it had, well, I don't know if you can see, but it has a whole bunch of holes where the chainmail could be attached. This leather piece has been attached to the helm by a series of these vervels. And vervels are a period means of attaching well, this leather piece to a helm. They're riveted onto the helm. The open face, it's closed by means of this also tooled and beautifully tinted and authentic hardware buckle going around the perimeter at the level of the vervels. On the inside, it's sewn around the perimeter. It has a linen lining with bats. It has wool on the back, very soft lamb's wool. And then the chin strap is just beautifully tooled, a nice H-style chin strap with buckles. So that's an H-style. That's a little bit more complex. You might see that more commonly on a modern helmet. You'll see that. So amazing work, just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And I was happy to buy it from her. So that's the primer on helms. I hope this has been useful. This is Jordan from Dark Victory. Fight hard.